Hi, this is Pat Oelschlager. I'm the Stewardship Assistant with Wissahickon Trails, and I'm here today to talk to you about something that a lot of homeowners and folks who have natural spaces are asking us about this time of year, which is dealing with the spotted lanternfly. So you're probably familiar with this insect that was recently introduced into Pennsylvania within the past few years. The past year or two, it's really spread into lower Montgomery County. Onto our preserves and neighboring areas. But today we're going to be focusing on removing egg masses, so identifying and removing the egg masses of the spotted lanternfly. These insects will lay their eggs in the late fall and early winter, and the eggs will be hatching sometime in mid-spring, anywhere between April and May. So now is the time to go out, get these and remove them before they hatch out and lead to this next year's batch of lanternflies. So this is what you're looking for when you're looking for spotted lanternfly egg mass. You can see that it looks kind of like somebody took just a spot of wet concrete and sort of smeared it on the side of the tree. So these egg masses, this one's probably about 1.5 inches long, and you can see that they have that coating that holds them to the tree, and then at the bottom here actually see the individual egg cases. You can see that they're laid in these little rows of cell-like egg masses. So those are the eggs themselves, and then this upper coating here looks like cracked mud or cracked concrete is what holds the egg mass to the tree. You will find them on vertical trunks, but you'll also find them on horizontal branches and on areas sort of underneath a protected part of a tree or other hard flat surface where they can avoid the rain and such. You have to spend a little bit of time looking at these trees. Whenever you locate one egg mass, it's a good likelihood that there's more nearby. So you can see I found the one here. I've spent a little bit of time walking around and looking at the rest of this tree. So you can see there's a lot of lichens and other markings on this tree, but actually right here we do have another egg mass that I've located. And again, you can see that smeared mud appearance and then the small cells underneath. So always walk around the tree whenever you locate some and see how many others may be located that you didn't catch at first glance. It's usually a good chance when you find one that there will be more. Okay, so once you find these things, what should you do with them? So a lot of people have different recommendations. Some of the extension services and other places recommend that you scrape these egg masses into a container that's filled with some sort of isopropyl alcohol, at least like a 70% alcohol solution. And so if you use an alcohol solution and scrape the egg mass into there, that guarantees that all of those egg masses will be killed and neutralized rather than some of them falling on the forest floor and still hatching. But if you're out and about and you see these egg masses, something's always better than nothing whenever you see one, and there are some other techniques you can use that are pretty straightforward just in terms of scraping them off. So let's turn around, I'll take a look and show you here. So one technique that's recommended by the USDA, by the Penn State Extension and other folks is to just take any kind of a credit card, a rewards card, or some kind of a hard plastic card you have in your wallet. You find these egg masses and you can do it a couple of ways. So this way here you can scrape up underneath. This would potentially be a good method if you had a container or some kind of alcohol underneath where you could then allow the eggs to slide down and into a container held below here. My preferred method when I'm going through and doing an area there's a lot of these is not to mess around with alcohol or with the containers, but to just really use the flat of this card. You can use a stick, a branch, or anything. Just take it and really put some pressure, sort of smear the eggs against the tree, but you'll get them off the tree and you should be able to sort of neutralize most of them. So when you do scrape these egg masses, be sure that you look and notice. If you scrape the eggs off loosely, you won't necessarily see any kind of a liquid, but if you do really smash the egg masses up against the tree, you'll be able to see that there's some wetness or some dampness on the edge of the card there and up against the tree here. So that's how you can tell that you've really done a good job and smushed the eggs pretty good. So you can see here sort of this, almost this honeycomb or this lattice row pattern. So these are the individual egg cells, and you can see the small holes there in extreme close-up where the individual eggs would actually be. But you can see that all of these egg cells, or most of them, are completely damaged and ruptured at this point. So as I said, you can go out and look for these egg masses on your property. Maples, especially ornamental maples, Japanese maples and others, are often a tree that's highly preferred by the lanternfly. They spend a lot of their life cycle near the ailanthus or tree of heaven, but they don't always lay their eggs there. If you do have a patch of tree of heaven anywhere near you or on your property, it's always worth checking trees and shrubs in the surrounding area. So it's important to really go through and check all around an area where you've located egg masses. And you certainly won't get them all, but the more time you put into it, sort of searching in the surrounding area, the more likely you are to get the majority and really make an impact on how many of these bugs are going to hatch out. Alright, so thanks again for joining me on this short video for how to remove spotted lanternfly egg masses. I hope that you can find some time during this pandemic to get out and enjoy some nice, safe, socially distanced time in nature. Again, I'm Pat with Wissahickon Trails. I hope you'll come and find us at our new website, wissahickontrails.org. You can find Wissahickon Trails on Facebook, Instagram, and other social media.